What's going on, brothers? It's time for some G action today. We got the G37. Today we're gonna fix this excessive camber. I know you guys are mostly disappointed about that, but it wore tires so quickly from those lowering springs being in the back, so we're gonna put some adjustable control arms and get this thing aligned so that we can save some tires a little bit longer than, you know, a couple months. He got control arms from where?
Now everybody remember, when you get an aftermarket part, you take the sticker that it comes with.
Yes.
And you throw it directly into the trash and not put it onto your car.
I like your style. Yeah, because you gotta keep the sleek dive bomber look, you know? And then, who makes these control arms?
Manzo, whatever.
Manzo. You saw the sticker that he threw out. He didn't care. And this is what these bad boys look like. Wait, the lettering's wrong. We gotta put it on, yeah, here we go. Manzo. They look pretty stout. They're pretty heavy, so they're definitely heavy duty stuff. Should be a really quick, easy adjustment, installation. Let's get it. And when you're really low and there's deer carcasses in the middle of the road, you tend to get some fur hanging from the exhaust.
Yeah, you see a deer carcass, you just
A little blood. Yeah, you hear that? You just send it through the deer
slow it
carcass.
down at that point. You know, when you're done, you're done. You send it.
It's just too late to do anything about
If
it.
you're going out, you're gonna go out big.
These are the arms we're gonna be replacing here. So they already do have a cam bolt here to have some adjustment, but just because of how far it's out, it's not gonna adjust us enough. Recommendation, pull the wheel off if you're gonna use air tools, because then you can get to it easier. But, you know, these ones, they're just not the funnest to put on, so we're just gonna keep the tires on, do it with hand
The more
tools.
times you pull them on and off and on and off, the more times your tool bangs against the gold.
Exactly, and then you start banging up the paint. Luckily, it's still in super good condition because we've had these wheels off pretty much, but you can see how it's starting to scorch it a little bit. They're really small, so the tool like barely fits in there, and you know, you get it loose and it. But other than that, it's not too bad.
There goes that.
Beautiful. And that one should
So
just
then what
fall
you
out.
can do actually is the cam bolt back.
just gotta
here, so you
turn
can turn the cam bolt
Yes.
and it'll come over. You have to take this one out first.
So for now, what we're gonna do is just get the same length that we already have here and put it on that way. We're going immediately to the alignment rack. So the way that works is the one up by the bushing is regular thread, and the one down at the wishbone is reverse thread. So that once it's on the car, it's a turnbuckle style. So you go one way to expand it, and you go the other way to bring it in.
Keep going. Alright,
That's good.
close enough.
Lock them in place. And we'll toss these hot dogs back in. What is he doing? He's slinging what?
Slinging ropes, boy! Just make sure you put it in the same way they put it in. Dumbest way in the world.
You gotta go up over the sway bar, by the way, and just turn the cam washer.
Then Ari needs to let go of everything that he's holding. It's pajamas.
And like I was saying, we're gonna have to do a little tweaking. So the only thing is just prying this wheel a little bit. It's hard to do with one hand and a camera.
Beam got the camera.
I got it. Beam, you should grab the camera though.
Hold on, like
Battery's about to die. Let me know.
Okay.
Well, I'm way out on this back one.
Go. Keep going, keep going.
Close. It's gotta come up.
No, I'm just kind of jammed over here. Just to take some pressure off it.
There it is. No. So I missed it. I was replacing the battery, but he put the cam bolts pretty much back in the same spot they were before, just because we matched lengths of the arms. And now it's done, dude. He's just gonna bang it on real quick. Make sure it's tight, guys, because you will not be loosening these for the alignment now. Since the cam bolts are not in play, we're just gonna be using the turnbuckles.
One issue I did have was that this cam bolt didn't want to sit flat.
Is it flat now?
It's good now. Like this cam washer, I guess you would say over here.
Yeah, and the other side it wasn't sitting?
It was sitting on the humps. It was on this hump out here.
Okay.
So I
Yeah,
had to
so
pry it out of here.
make sure that you can't, yeah, because you see how it sits in the pocket there. Make sure it does so. Otherwise, it's not gonna be straight and you're gonna have a bunch of problems. You're gonna have a bad time. Now it's time for the other side. And if you're really looking for accuracy, mark that cam bolt, then you know it's in the right spot. Yeah, like Chippy J, you might not have heard it over the hammer, but take off that side, take off the knuckle side first, and then you can swing it down and get the bolt out. Because otherwise you're gonna be fighting the bolt with the sway bar. So you gotta take it off the knuckle first. Yeah, it's just not as bad. So here's a good example of what I was talking about earlier, is the washer's not actually in the slot, sitting on the point, so.
Hit it with one of these, push it in the hole.
Push it in. And then he has another washer on this side, which, let me get the light out so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Yeah, so he's got the same
That
scenario.
one's sitting in there too.
Oh, move this one off there now that you did that.
Yeah, it's fine. We'll calibrate here.
But,
I mean, it will sit. It did it on the other one.
yeah. And then just suck it in, as long as we're not way off. And then, yeah, don't forget to tighten your jam nuts before you do go anywhere, because this could just adjust all at once without it. So, before you go to the alignment rack, just give a good snug to these. You don't have to kill them, obviously, because they are just gonna get they're gonna get loosened at the alignment. But for now, you want to do that. Yeah, I'll just let you guys know, it's kind of in a shitty spot. And there you have it, guys. Control arms. They really don't look fancy like you wish they did on some Hondas. But, you know, this is a man's car.
I could have got red ones, but no.
Yeah. So, not super noticeable. Well, especially as low as this thing is, you probably won't see it anyway. But now we just gotta hit the alignment rack. Oh, and everything will be good. All right, guys. So we definitely had some issues with the alignment here, and it's something that you guys are definitely gonna have to do, so pay attention. With the alignment here, before we got everything aligned, these were the values for the rear. We had -3, -3, which that's kind of what we were expecting. You see the toe was kind of out. Now, when we aligned it and got the camber that we were looking for, -1 is what we were going for. Look at the toe, it is way off. And I actually drove the car like this, and it is so unstable. You're driving down the road, and the back end is like dancing around like you're on ice skates. It can't decide which tire to get straight. So we have to get those toe cam bolts. I'm gonna put all these just in the description, the control arms and the cam bolts, so that you guys can see what we're getting for it. But in order to get this alignment right for the back, so it's not chewing a bunch of tire, and so that the thing's not dancing around, we're gonna have to go and get the cam bolts, and I'm gonna put that in a separate video just because this is what we're doing now as far as what we got to do for the adjustment. But just make sure you got to get both of those, otherwise this isn't going to work right and you're not going to be able to get your alignment the way that you need it. Super simple install, guys. Let me know what you guys think. Questions if you have them, because you know I'd like to answer them. And you know, like, subscribe, the typical stuff. We'll definitely be putting more on that. He's got way more plans for this G. What else we got going on? What do you want with this thing?
What do I want to?
I know you had a lot of things you were talking about here earlier.
I want to get an actual exhaust and de-rice it a little bit.
I don't know. This thing looks great.
What
What do you guys think you should do? Keep this one or not?
Yeah, these pipes, you know, they're as beautiful as they are.
And which ones? What were you looking at?
Probably the NVIDIA Gemini exhaust.
Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah, which I hear a lot of good things about that.
Yeah, it's a good sound, and it's not too much. Cruising speed sounds like in control again, so I don't have to constantly be afraid to rev it past 3,000 when cops are on the road and shit. A bit noticeable, a little bit.
Yeah, because I know a lot of you guys are asking about that as far as how loud this thing
It won't
was.
set car alarms off anymore, which is nice for, you know, at least the work environment.
Especially he works night shift too, so he can't be setting car alarms off at 4 in the morning.
It's not loud. It's a little obnoxious. It only shakes windows, you know.
Yeah, at first start in the morning when you're dead asleep.
Not loud.
Yeah.
Yeah, this man actually sleeps next to it at night.
But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.